couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons. Hey there, Lick and Riffers! Welcome back to yet another awesome fingerstyle arrangement lesson here on Lick and Riff. And this time we're going to learn a fingerstyle arrangement I made especially for you guys and girls of a true masterpiece. Because by the Beatles. It's my favorite Beatles song, and I'm going to play you the arrangement now so you can see and hear how it goes. Then we're going to break it down exquisite note by exquisite note with tabs right here on the screen as usual. Goes like this. Enjoy. Okay, are you excited as I am? I hope so, because we have the intro, the verse, the chorus, and the outro to learn. 4 parts. Okay, and this is really classically oriented arrangement. So it's pretty set in stone. There's not much playing room here. When there is, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you what to do. So you put on C sharp minor, bar on 4, A minor shape, and you arpeggiate it. You play strings 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Okay? And then you do, okay, you slide to 7 on the 5th string, and then you play 6 on the 4th. Okay, so. Okay? And the reason I slide, instead of doing this, right? Instead of taking my little finger off of the 3rd string and playing it on 7, is that if anything else is played by mistake, you get a major chord, you get an E chord. And I don't want that. I want to stay within the C sharp minor frame, okay? The minor sound. So, okay, I slide. And that also adds to the arrangement, in my opinion. So you do it twice. Okay, you do it twice. And it kind of creates drama because it mutes the chord for a second. It creates a staccato lick there. So you play it twice, the C sharp minor line, and then after you do the slide, you bar 6 and you put 7 on the D string on the 4th and you play it. Okay, this is D sharp diminished, and then okay, you pull off 8 to 6 on the 3rd string. So okay, and then you play the 7 on the 4th again. And then okay, it's 7-9 on the 5th string, and you slide down the 9. Okay, so you slide it down to 6, and you put on G sharp. Now you can do it with the bar. Okay, you can do it without the bar. So okay, but if you slide the 3rd finger to 6 on the 5th string, it lands on the right place, the right position, the right fingering. You just have to complete the G sharp chord. So okay, and you arpeggiate. Okay, same arpeggio as the C sharp minor. Okay, strings 5 to 2 and then 3-4. And then you play the G sharp octave, 4 and 6 on strings 6 and 4. Okay, so okay, and then okay, if you do it without the bar, use the thumb. Okay, and then okay, you have A, okay, which is 5, 6, and 7 on strings 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, and 7, and you arpeggiate the same way. Okay, and then you add your little finger on 7 on the 5th string, and you play 7 on the 5th, 7 on the 4th. Okay, you can let it go afterwards, and then you do C sharp minor once again. Okay, so you get and then you have A again, but it's A7. So instead of 5, 6, 7 on strings 2, 3, and 4, you play 8, 6, 5. Okay, so you have this. Okay, this is A7. And then you have the 3rd finger free for 7 on the 5th string. Okay, which is the last 2 notes. You arpeggiate. Okay, and then you take the 8 on the 2nd string to 7, and this turns it into A13, and you do the chord. Okay, and then you can vibrate it. Okay, you do strings 5 to 2. That's it. Okay, then you have D. Okay, and here you have a tiny bit of space for your own expression. Don't overdo it. Okay. Okay, just arpeggios or okay. Okay, just very, very minimalistic. Okay. Okay, this is D, and then you play okay D diminished, which is 1 and 1 on strings 1 and 3 with the D string. Okay, and then you have the arpeggio from the original song. Okay, you have 1 on the 3rd string, 3 on the 2nd, 2, 1 on the 1st. So okay, the D string keeps ringing. So right, and you can vibrate it. So that's the intro. C sharp minor. Okay, with the slide. Then D sharp diminished. Okay, and then you have the G sharp, A, and then you have C sharp minor again, and then you have A7, A13, D, and D diminished, and then the arpeggio. Now starts the verse. You put on C sharp minor again. You play 6 on the 3rd string. It's in the chord. And then you have couplets of strings. Okay, you play the bass with the first one, of course, which is strings 1 and 2. So it's basically an arpeggio of the chord. Okay, strings 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 3 and 4. Okay, you can play the bass anytime you want in between, just once. Okay, just add it, okay, just to keep it ringing. Okay, anytime you want to play it in between those couplets, okay, anytime is fine, just do it once, okay, just keep it simple. That's the first line. And then you have, okay, again, the couplets, arpeggio, strings 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 1 and 2. And then you have D sharp diminished again. I do this 4, 6, 6 on strings 2, 3, and 5. Okay? Okay, just put it on like this, and then with my little finger I play 7 on the 4th, and then I take it off and play 6 on the 3rd again. Okay? So, and then the open E string. Okay? This is in context. Okay, so, and then, okay, 5 pull off to 4 on the E string or a slide. Okay? And then 7 on the 2nd string, open 1st string. So, okay, 7 on the 2nd string and then the open 1st string again. Then I put on G sharp 7, which is a bar on 4, E shaped without the little finger. Okay? And I play the chord with the 2nd string as my main melody note, which means that everything else is below it. I play strings 2, 3, 4, and 6. And then 6 on the 3rd string again, and then A. Okay, with the open E string as the melody. Important note here, you can play the 1st string first and then play the rest of the A chord. You can do this. Okay, so. Okay, you can do that. Okay, it's an arrangement, you can express it, you can express yourself any way you like. Okay, so. Okay, and you arpeggiate the G sharp freely. Okay, freely. You arpeggiate it just any way you want, just again, keep it simple. And then you have the 2 on the 2nd string, leading you into C sharp minor again, with 5 on the 2nd string as the melody, so I play strings 2 to 5. So what do you do with the A chord? You arpeggiate it, but you don't play the 2nd string. Okay, so you do G sharp. Okay, I just play strings 5, 4, 3, 4, and then I play the 2 on the 2nd. So, you see, I save it for that line, and then you have 6 on the 3rd string again. Okay, after your arpeggiate. 6 on the 3rd string, and then you have this beautiful chord. Now this is A9. It's 7, 8, 6 on strings 1, 2, and 3 with the A bass. And then it's A13 again from the intro. Okay? It's 7, 6, 5 on strings 2, 3, and 4 with the A bass. The first time around. Okay? There are 3 variations of this chord. Okay? So the first variation is this on strings 2, 3, and 4. Okay? 7, 6, and 5. Okay? Let's finish the verse and then I'll tell you about the next variations. Okay? You play this again. Okay, D and then D sharp diminished with the lick from the intro. Exactly the same. D and D sharp diminished. Now, the variations for the 13th chord. The first variation is barring 5. So you have 5 on the 1st string as well. That's the next time around. Okay? If you want to play the D string, if you don't want to play the D string, you can just do a D minor shape on 5. And it's the same chord. Okay? So you don't have to bar. So it's up to you. Okay? So Okay? If you want it, bar. Okay? So you can use it if you want in the arpeggio. Right, but the first time around, it's the low variation from the intro. Then you play the verse again, up to the A13 chord with the high variation. Okay, so the C sharp with the couplets, and then this with 7 here. Okay, with the E string. Okay, the G sharp. A, C sharp minor, and then okay, the A9 and then the A13 with the bar or a D minor shape. And then you have D for the chorus, and then you have the D diminished. Okay, you can play the open second string with it, so it's the 1-0-1-0 on strings 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you don't play the arpeggio, you do this. Okay, the 1 and 1 you have on strings 1 and 3, you take them to 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, same strings. And then you have F sharp. Okay? And you arpeggiate it and you finish with the 6th string. Okay? So D, D diminished, F sharp, and then you have this. Okay? Which is on strings 2 and 3. 2 and 3 on strings 2 and 3. Easy to remember. You take it up 1 fret to 3 and 4. And then it's 2 and 2 on strings 1 and 2. Okay? So you have this. I don't know why I'm playing here. Okay? You just do it twice. Okay? 3 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 again on strings 2 and 3. And then you have G sharp. And you play, okay? The important notes are 5 and 6 on strings 3 and 4. Okay? So make sure you play them. Okay? You can play them with the bass and that's it. Okay? But you can play the second string as well. Okay? And you turn it into G sharp 7 by taking the little finger off on the second bar, and you finish on the first string. Arpeggiate it any way you want, finish on the first string. So, okay, make sure you play that 4 on the 4th, okay, without the little finger. Then you play the verse again, up to A13. Okay? Outro, D. Okay, you play D. And then the open E string, 3 to 0 on the B string, 2 on the G string. Okay? And then you have, okay, D sharp diminished again over F. Okay, because diminished chords reverse every 3 frets. So this, and this, okay, those 4 chords are actually the same chord, just inversions of it. Highly symmetrical, those chords. So it's 4, 3, 4, 3 on strings 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so D. Okay, and that 4, 3, 4, 3, D sharp half diminished, D sharp diminished with over F, and then you have this. Okay, again on strings 1 and 3, the same idea as before. This time you have 2, 1, 2, 4, and then C sharp minor. You play strings 2 to 5, and then you play the melody but without the couplets. So it's strings 3, 4, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. And then you do this. Okay? You do D sharp half diminished, which is the same chord shape you played before on 4, this time on 7. on strings 2 to 5. So it's 7, 6, 7, 6. Okay, so it's this. C sharp, minor. Then you have this, and then you have this. Okay? How beautiful is this? I think this is my favorite line out of the whole composition. Okay? E string, 4 on the B string, 6 on the G string. Okay? You can play it as a chord. And then 5 hammer onto 6 on the third. And then G sharp 7. Bar on 4, and you can just put 5 on the third string. You play strings 2, 3, 4, and 6. So, okay, and then you have this. Okay, on the second and third strings you have 5 and 6. On the first and second you have 2 and 4 and 4 and 5. Okay, so you have, and then you have A, like the intro, you arpeggiated, and then C sharp minor like the intro, and then you have A9 and A13, and then you have the D line that started the outro, and you have the D sharp diminished, not half diminished. Half diminished is this. Okay, so diminished 4-3-4-3, or you can play it with the open D string. Okay, because that's the chord that ends the song. Okay, with the open D string. Sounds weird, but that's the chord. So, okay, so it's D7 up 2 frets, so it's E7 over D. Okay, it's E7 over D. It's 4-3-4 on strings 1, 2, and 3 with the open D string. Okay, so, and you go download the tab for free from the website. The link is below in the description. While you're there downloading the tab for free, check out my Complete Guitar Freedom course series. And when you open the description to go download the tab, you will see a Patreon link. And if you choose to support Lick and Riff and pledge on Patreon, I thank you in advance and I'm grateful for anything you choose to give. It goes right back to Lick and Riff, right back to making your free guitar education. So thank you in advance for it, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now. Enjoy.